Pete came in here, first thing he mentioned was the run defense. Just for you guys, what wasn't working well today?
It seems like we just couldn't get a footing today. It seemed like we couldn't catch our groove, catch our stride in the run game. They were just beating us off the ball. We weren't tackling the best, and so that was the makeup for what you saw.
What do you make of the tackling being so inconsistent from week to week? It seems like that was one of the reasons why you guys limited the explosive plays so well the last couple of weeks, and then today it was just not there.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We each hold each other accountable and just obviously try to put our best foot forward. And, this late in the season, that's what wins games, honestly. Close games against a tough team like this, we got to tackle better. And, I wish I had an answer for it. We rep it, we drill it. It just wasn't our day, and just seems like things weren't just going our way in that field.
Anything they were doing in the running game that was different than what you'd seen or anything like that got you guys off guard? Or?
No, they honestly just had a good 1-2 punch with the running backs. They had some big bodies up front. They knew kind of what our style is for the run game, and they just got into a groove in that 13 personnel and big bodies and just trying to run the ball. As the game goes on, guys get more aggressive, trying to push to make plays, to make stops, and that's when gaps start to open up a little more when you're just not staying within yourself. That was a makeup of kind of what happened.
What's the challenge with those two backs in particular, with Harris and Warren, the way they kind of go about it?
Yeah, Harris, he's more well-known since his college days. He's a tough runner, strong runner. And then 30 just added a 1-2 punch for them this year, I thought. That's a kid's a strong running back, great balance. And so and he's, a shorter guy. And so he was just kind of weaving through our defense, it seemed like. And so, they're two talented backs. We knew that going into the game, and we just didn't execute well enough to stop them.
You mentioned drilling doing drill work for the tackling, and obviously there's limitations now with what you guys can do on the field. But at this stage of the season, do you feel like there's anything that can be done other than just simply looking at the film and just trying to figure out what went wrong in that regard?
We do drill it, we rep it, and that's just a part of football. I feel like, you got to get your body and your mind ready to tackle before a game. And we obviously, as a secondary, I can speak for our secondary, we pride ourselves and focus on stopping the pass, playing top down, all that type of stuff. Sometimes you can let the little things like tackling go. And it's a fundamental of football. And when you don't do that well, if you're not doing the simple things very intentional and well, bad results happen. And so, I wish I had an answer for how we could do that better.
What was the mood like after the game?
I mean, it was frustrating to be in that locker room. Of course, everybody, everybody has a one-off here or there, and you see the result that happens. Guys, we just got to play cleaner as a whole, and we know that. Everybody hold each other pretty accountable in there, and that was kind of the vibe in there, honestly.
Julie, you guys have got the wins the last 2 weeks to put you guys in a position where get your wins, you're in.
Yeah.
How much does it sting that this one went the way it did with that?
Yeah, obviously we want to make a push right here, play our best ball going forward, and we have been doing that. We've been closing games out well, obviously, these past 2 weeks, and it stinks. We don't want to sit here and be dealing with a loss, but we got to pick our heads up and go out and execute and win this next game. And then after the game, after that final whistle, we'll see how things stack up. But we're gonna finish the season as strong as we can.
Good.
I appreciate you guys.